Navita Patel with Whole Foods Market. I'm here in our test kitchen today to show you a fantastic fall recipe that feeds a family of 4 for approximately $15. Our cheddar, corn, and potato chowder is a real crowd pleaser for when the seasons start to change. So in a large saucepan, we're going to melt a couple of tablespoons of butter over medium heat. Once the butter is melted, you're going to want to add your onions and saute them until they're translucent. That's probably going to take about 5 minutes. Next, you're going to want to add flour and stir it in until it's nice and smooth. You're going to want to cook the flour for about a minute just to get enough of the raw flour taste out. Adding the flour is going to help thicken up the chowder. That looks good. Now we're ready to add the broth. Stir in the broth really well. You want to make sure that you avoid any clumping of the flour. And then bring it to a boil. All right, and we're boiling. So we're ready to add the potatoes. The Yukon Gold potatoes. I love the Yukon Gold potatoes. They're absolutely delicious for baking with. They make the perfect baked potato. They're very light and fluffy. You almost don't even need to add any butter, just salt and pepper. We're going to cook the potatoes until they're tender. That's going to take approximately 20 minutes. You're going to want to turn the heat down to about medium and slowly simmer them. Now that the potatoes are tender, we're going to mash them up with the back of a fork. Mashing them up really adds body to the chowder in addition to the flour that we added earlier. You probably want to mash up about half the potatoes. You don't want to mash all of them up. You want to leave a little bit of the potatoes still whole so that it adds some chunkiness and texture to the chowder. We're ready to add in our yellow corn now, and I'm going to add in our 365 Organic Everyday Value Yellow Super Sweet Corn. This is one of my favorite products. When you can't find fresh corn anymore, this makes a wonderful substitute, and it's great to have on hand in the freezer. I'm going to stir that in. This literally, since the corn is already off the kernel, takes just minutes to warm up into the chowder, and we're ready to add our milk. We've got some texture from the potatoes, the flour helped thicken it up. The milk's going to add a little bit of creaminess to it. And this chowder is almost done. We're ready to serve it and garnish it. So we're going to garnish this with a little bit of cheddar cheese, some fresh parsley, just to add a little bit of freshness to it, and if you like, a pinch of cayenne pepper. And you're ready to serve. This cheddar, corn, and potato chowder would go great with a nice crusty piece of warm bread. Find more recipes in our Meals for 4 under $15 flyer available in your local Whole Foods Market store. And while you're there, be sure to check out our great selection of 365 Everyday Value products.